Nothing Fancy TV Shootout. Bruce Stephen along with Dave Wyman. This is our second semifinal. Our first semifinalists, or finalists rather, were declared last week when Lloyd McLaughlin, John Lambert, John Kuhn, and Bob Jodrey scored a 10-7 win. They have found a way into next week's final, and tonight, two more teams vying for that spot in next week's championship game. This has been a great format. It's a shootout format. You bowl against the guy that they're up against there per frame. That's how you get points, and it's proved to be pretty popular.
Very popular. This has just been a ball. The bowlers are really having a blast with this, and I think
having fun too.
Yeah, I think this is going to be like an annual event. If it goes over anything like we think it is just going to be. It's a lot of fun.
It's the Nothing Fancy TV Shootout. If you're new to the format, stick around. We'll explain in just a moment how it works. But first, let's get our first two bowlers up on the lanes, and Dennis Gudger and Newman Gold to tee off here. Remember, head-to-head competition. We've matched these teams, 8 teams in total, made up of the top 32 bowlers from the Farmers Pro League here at the Super Bowl. We've matched them up in teams of 4, evenly matched, I might add, and they bowl head-to-head. First team to get 10 points is a winner, as we watch Dennis Gudger there. And now Newman Gold. The first team to get 10 points is the winner of the match. The only way you can get a point for your team is to beat the guy in the frame that you're bowling against. So Dennis Gudger here and Newman Gold going head-to-head, trying to pick up a point for their team. Now Dennis Gudger, he's got 5 pins standing. Newman has 3. Obviously, Gudger must have 2 of these 5, but he'd like to get them all. And he gets 3. So Newman, if he gets 2 of his, will win the point. And he only gets 1. It's a tie and nothing's decided. We go to Tom Carroll and Stephen Smith as they shake hands. Watch the Nothing Fancy sweep and the Shaw Cable sweep. Clear the pins out of the way. Bang, right through the middle. Tough one there for Tom Carroll. And Smith spreads him around a little bit.
Now this has just been a whole different experience for the bowlers and us.
It really has been a hoot, you know. It's a lot of fun. Winner in this match today will guaranteed to take home $150. So there's the win for Stephen Smith. He scores first for his team, and it's 1-0 for the team anchored by Laurie DeBay. You're watching now Danny Murphy and Ian Grandy just out of your picture. If they go head-to-head, Murphy's team down by 1. Good hit.
Oh, yeah.
He's got them all. Strike. So Grandy must strike here. And he hits pretty good, too, but just a tad thin. So Danny Murphy quickly ties this match up 1-1. Anchorman up now. DeBay and Russell Shannon. That's DeBay on the right, Shannon on the left.
Bowler on the right will always throw first.
Yeah. That's the norm in bowling etiquette. But in this particular situation, it's mandatory.
Yeah.
We have enough trouble keeping up with what's going on out there. They get out of sync, we're in big trouble. Russell Shannon, there's his target.
Let's try.
Laurie DeBay now. Shannon's got 4 in a bunch, needs 2 of them here. He'd like to get them all. This is a tough shot, though. He came out of that with a 9. Laurie DeBay now, 2 pins down there. Don't think he can get them both, but he must get 1. Whoa, couldn't say he can't get them both. Maybe he was trying. He missed on the outside. So Shannon picks up the point. 2-1 now the score. Go to Dennis Gudger once again on the right, and Newman Gold on the left. Gudger's team up by 1.
Nice ball.
Good hit for Newman there.
Dennis standing there looking, and he obviously sees that shot, so he knows what he wants to try and put his ball right in there, and he does.
Big 9-pin break, both good chances to spare. Although Newman might have trouble with the 7. See what happens.
Oh, and he does.
Yep. Now this is a great chance for Gudger here to score for his team. Get a look at the target. There it is. On the wood, on the pin, gets a spare. It's a 3-1 game all of a sudden. Gudger, Carroll, Murphy, and Shannon at 3 on their way to 10. Stephen Smith right here would like to have something to say about that.
Oh, what a...
Wow, he's got them all.
Right.
Stephen Smith gets a strike, and it's a short run for Tom Carroll. Stephen says there was never any doubt. What's all the hollering about?
Right.
Danny Murphy up now, and Ian Grandy. Grandy's team down by 1. That's Ian right there. Punch through the other side. Late falling pin there. Danny with an 8-pin break. Ian's got him in a bunch with a hole in the left-hand side. Wow, that's a great spare. Now, Danny must spare here. Through the hole. So we're tied at 3. Russell Shannon and Laurie DeBay. Silent working the big board here at the Super Bowl, keeping the folks in attendance up to date with what's going on. On the lanes, the captains, Laurie DeBay and now Russell Shannon. Good hit for Russell. Needs a little help, though. He's got a lot of distance between those 2 pins. Both with tough splits here. Let's take a look at the target for Shannon. There it is.
Yeah, he wants that wood.
Yeah.
This is perfect, he says.
Absolutely.
Whoa, whoa, right there.
Nice.
He says, well, now.
You got to wait for a second. Now he said, You can take a look at that target again. There it is. The wood has stopped. He can split those pieces of wood.
Yes, he does.
But he waited, and it was worth it. Point for Shannon. And his team goes up 4-3. Dennis Gudger back up and Newman Gold. Dennis's team, Dennis on the left, up by 1. Certainly hope you're enjoying the show. It's a Nothing Fancy TV shootout. We thank Danny and all the gang over at Nothing Fancy here in Sackville Drive.
Again, another 7-10 split. Newman.
Wow, big hit there for Newman Gould.
Well, I kind of like Newman's shot a little bit better, but
Dennis has got the...
We got to get real
posts.
Choosy here, Bruce. I'd split the 2 woods on the end.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's a pretty good try. Now, Newman. Good-looking shot here. Shouldn't be a problem. It isn't.
No problem.
And with that, he ties the match at 4. Tom Carroll and Stephen Smith. It's Carroll on the left. Smith just in the corner of your picture. Well, now he's gone. Once again, another good crowd in attendance here at the Super Bowl, taking this one in as we watch Tom Carroll there with a 9-pin break. Stephen Smith. Oh, wow. Give Stephen a life here. Oh, wow, big hit. Well, Stephen had the strike the last time up. This time he comes up with a big spare. And his team moves in front 5-4. They're halfway there. Danny Murphy and Ian Grandy. Murphy now down by 2. That's Danny right there, down by 1 rather. As he will throw first.
Oh,
wow.
Danny throws
for
a bomb.
Danny Murphy. Ian Grandy now. This is the second time Ian's been forced into a situation where he has to strike. Gave it a pretty good go, but Danny Murphy comes right back and ties it up for his team 5-5. Both teams now halfway to the magic 10. First team to get there is going to be the winner. You can only score a point if you beat the bowler you're bowling against in that frame. And these are the captains, Russell Shannon rather, and Laurie DeBay.
Russ off to the right.
Yeah.
Leaves 6 of them.
Knife back in. Laurie DeBay.
He's in there and takes all of his.
K for DeBay. He gets the strike. Boy, she's happening in a hurry now.
seems like one team takes the lead and the other one comes right back and ties things up.
Absolutely. Remember, this is the second semifinal. The winner here goes into the final next week. They will go against Lloyd McLaughlin, John Lambert, John Kuhn, and Bob Jodry. This is Dennis Gudger. His team trailing by 1. Newman Gould. Good looking target there. Dennis. Well, if Newman gets these 2 pins, Dennis is going to have to come up with a big shot. He gets them both. Can we get back to lane 15 and take a look at the target? There you see it. It's a feather shot with no wood. Boy, that's pretty when it goes, but it's also pretty tough.
Yeah.
Well, he gave it a ride. And Newman Gould scores the points. It's 7-5 now. First time we've seen a 2-pin point lead in a while. Tom Carroll and Stephen Smith. That's Smith, his team up by 2. He's had a strike and a spare those last 2 frames. Tom Carroll. Stephen again, there's the shot. Nose of the wood, the left-hand side, or just to the left of the nose. Oh, well, he tried to come in the other way. Oh, that's a good effort there by Tom. He just misses. Well, Tom just needs 1 here.
And he does get 1.
So Tom Carroll brings his team back within 1 now, 7-6. Danny Murphy and Ian Grandy. Talking things over. That's Ian on the left. Danny on the right. Ian's team up by 1. This is Ian. Oh, wow. That's a tough one. Big hit for Danny Murphy. Pressure shot here for Ian. Danny gets this. We'll have a tie match. That's not real easy, though. Still under pressure is Ian Grandy. Must get 2 pins here. Wow, what a great effort. What a great effort. But Danny Murphy wins the frame. 7-7. No one seems to be able to pull away in any kind of a lead. 7-7 the score. First team to get the 10, the winner. Captain's up. Laurie DeBay on the left and Russell Shannon on the right.
Laurie just...
Well, he deserved more in that shot.
Oh, yeah.
Good hit. Good hit, too, by Russell Shannon. Some pressure on Laurie DeBay here. He really needs 3 of these. Well, Russell should be able to pick up the spare here and the frame. He does. So Russell Shannon now moves his team in front. 8-7.
I think that's the first time they've led, hasn't it?
Yeah, they've come back the last 3 points. They were down 7-5. Dennis Gudger. Gudger on the left. Newman Gould on the right. Gudger's team up. Oh, Gudger punches through. Chance for Gould here to tie the match. He's off to the right a little bit. That is the target that Dennis Gudger's looking at. Well, Dennis needs at least 1 here. He'd like to have more. He must have 1. Here comes the shot. He's got 2. Now, Newman must have at least 1. And he gets 1. Ties the frame. So we go to Tom Carroll and Stephen Smith. Tom on the left, Stephen on the right. Stephen's team down by a pin or a point. Used to calling the score in pins. In this game, it's points. Stephen Smith Tom Carroll looking at this shot. It's not easy. Oh, nice effort.
Try.
Boy, that was a great effort. Stephen Smith, can he spare this up? If he does, he could tie the match. Here it is.
He got it.
8-8. Well. This one will be over soon, folks. We're just not sure who's going to win it. Danny Murphy on the left and Ian Grandy on the right. We're tied at 8. First team to get the 10 wins goes to the final. Ian Grandy. Well, Ian certainly has the better of the two, but neither one are great. Although Ian does have some wood down there. This is Danny. Go to the other side to Ian Grandy. Now that wood is real good. Oh, but he needed to get over on the 3 pin. Danny Murphy gets a life. He's got 2 on the left-hand side. He can go after those and try to come out of it with a 9. He only gets 1. So Ian Grandy should be able to pick up a single here at least. He gets them both. And it's now 9-8. So the team of Gudger, Carroll, Murphy, and Shannon are on the bubble. They are at 8. Team of Gould, Smith, Grandy, and DeBay on the right are at 9. The captains are up. Russell, Shannon. This is Russell. His team down by 2. Down by 1, rather.
Ooh.
Good hit, except.
He's got a bad piece of wood in there, Bruce.
And he left the deuce over the 4 over the left-hand side.
Oh,
look at this. Laurie DeBay. Well, he's got a great setup, so Russell almost has to spare here. Won't take anything for granted. Here it comes. Oh, wow. Well, Laurie right now can win the match by making this shot. Shouldn't be a problem. Lays it down, and it's good. And that's the match. Until next week, I'm Bruce Stephen for Dave Wyman. That's next week's final. And all our crew here at Shaw Cable saying so long for now.